Welcome, everybody, to the Shadows Within. I hope everybody is having a good day, good night, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever y'all may be. um, Sorry if my voice is low. I gotta take it easy. But I hope everybody's doing fantastic. And I hope everybody had a good weekend. And we're going to be going over a few shows today. All American Massacre being where we start off, I would say. I think that would be fitting, right? I know I'm very excited to do this, ladies and gentlemen. And if you missed All American Massacre, I do strongly suggest go catching the replay, if you can. It was an incredible show from start to finish. 2-night show. We will also be going XPWF. We will also be going over All-Star Pro and IZW. Also, stay tuned for RCL coming shows and the shows that have came out. If you have not seen those, go check them out, please. It'd be awesome for y'all to do so. And if you missed any of the shows from this past weekend or week, definitely don't want to miss them. And Jack Graves has a show coming out tomorrow, which should be a banger. Now, with All American Massacre for night 1, it was a hell of a show. It was crazy. It was insane. There was chaos. There was blood. There was violence. There was everything in between. First up was this is the list that I have it in. This wasn't the exact order of the show, but I will be putting the main events last. But I did put this in a strange order when I first made this, so bear with me, y'all. A fatal 4-way tag team death match between the Deep South Outlaws, the Last Rite, the Enforcers, and Hustle and Money. It was originally scheduled to be a triple threat tornado tag team matchup, but then it got switched to a fatal 4-way tag team matchup with a mystery team revealing to be Hustle and Money, which was a big surprise and shocker, and happy to see them in here in SPW. And remember, y'all, this was a crossover between SPW, IWA, and RCL. 3 companies coming together for an epic crossover. And in the end, the Last Rite won that 4-way contest, even with Hustle and Money being a surprise team entrant. And Hustle and Money will be at SPW's next show going in to the new season. If you did not see the card for that, go check it out. I shall be also going over that card. A no-holds-barred between Damian Zeus Miller and Craig Mack took place. Was incredible. And Craig Mack was victorious. Welcome, Shan Lyons. I hope you're doing well, my friend. He runs a show himself. And if you've never checked out the show that he runs with, or the shows that he runs with, go check them out. Very good stuff. Next up was a triple threat death match. Nathan Mowry, Stitches McVeigh, and Lord Chaos in a triple threat death match. All three men were very impressive. Nathan Mowry walked out victorious. Well, he's gonna have to go into the back room for that. It's down in the basement. Next up was for the IWA Women's Championship. It was the champion, Athena, versus Danielle Kimbell, and in a brutal matchup. It could have gone either way, but in the end, Danielle walked out victorious. Next up was an Anything Goes matchup between Wyatt Culver and THC. Both very impressive talents. And Wyatt walked out victorious. Well, I guess GB wants that razor, I would assume. Next up was for the SPW World Tag Team Championships. It was a triple threat death match. The champions, the Pillars, versus the Scorn, versus Cole Reed and Miles Cruz, who were the mystery team in that matchup. And it was a TLC. And the Pillars retained their titles. But I don't think that'll be the last time we see those teams face off, whether it be in another triple threat tag or another just straight up tag. You never know what could happen, ladies and gentlemen. And to cap off the night, for the SPW World Heavyweight Championship, it was a Anything Goes House of Horrors between the champion Jack Graves versus Wildman, with Jack Graves retaining the belt in a brutal match-off to end the show. Could have gone either way, but Jack Graves proving why he is the champion. And I'm excited to see who steps up next to him in his reign. Next up, for part 2 of night 2, to cap off the night, it was a 6-pack. Well, okay, remember, this is not in no particular order of how they actually happened. That's my fault, ladies and gentlemen, but bear with me. This one was crazy. It was a 6-person death match. 6-pack death match, to be exact. And it was between Dmitry Alexandrov, Otis Kogar, Damian Kagan, Josh Peters, John Robb, and MG. All 6 men coming in with a force and a will to become a future challenger for something or even earn a huge opportunity. But you never know. That's still yet to be announced. But it came down to Josh Peters and John Robb, and both those men in the final 2 was a back and forth brawl for the ages, and I would love to see them square up one-on-one in the near future. But Josh Peters walked out victorious. Next up was a light tubes, tables, and doors match between Kamikaze and Hardcore. And that matchup was brutal, and Kamikaze walked out victorious. Like I said, if you missed any of these shows, please go check them out, ladies and gentlemen. They were incredible, and I was very excited to get to watch them myself, and to see all those that were a part of it from SPW, RCL, and IWA. Next up, for the SPW Women's Championship, Haley Ramone versus Saturn Punk, with the champion, Haley Ramone, walking out victorious, retaining her championship. In a brutal fashion, was no easy task. Next up, for the IWA Next Gen Championship, in a first ever Household Items Death Match. And it was amazing to see that be done at All American Massacre for the first time ever in SPW. And it was insane. The champ KD walked in against Shalon King. And in the end, KD retained his championship, taking back the IWA Next Gen Championship. There was an SPW National Championship between Jacob Onawai and Domino. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. I'm back. And that was a war. The champion, Jacob Onawai, walking in against Domino, and Domino became the new champion in such a victorious fashion. I would not mind seeing those two face off again. There's a few rematches I would love to see in the near future. But that remains to be seen, everybody. Also, there was Danielle Kimball, the champion, who won the IWA Women's Championship in Night 1. But she competed in Night 2 in a Scramble Fatal 5-Way. It was between her, Lulu, Lil Psycho, Angel Metro, and Athena. And Athena, after losing it the first night, came back and won it the second night. In victorious fashion. It was incredible, ladies and gentlemen. And it was a shocker, and who knows? It came down to her and Lil Psycho. And who knows, that may not be the last time they face. Whether it be in SPW, or maybe even RCL, or IWA Next Gen. Nomad versus DB versus Big Bad Baby Daddy. And Hustle and Money debuted in Night 1, but Mr. BBBD competed in Night 2 in singles against Nomad, and Nomad put up a hell of a fight, both men did. But in the end, it was Big Bad Baby Daddy walking out victorious and with the win. And if anybody that competed at any of these two would like to come on, you guys are welcome to. I'm sorry if I am kind of skimming through this really fastly. I do have to take it easy after I got my tube removed. SPW Mayhem Heavyweight Championship was on the line to cap off the show and the night of Night 2, as it was between the champion Logan Slater versus JB Anderson, but then a third man was brought to our attention in that matchup. That man was supposed to face Leo Blade, but due to personal stuff, Leo Blade was not able to attend, but Mitchy Blaze was able to make it in that triple threat, and all three men went to absolute war. And in the end, it was Logan Slater retaining his SPW Mayhem Heavyweight Championship once again. Hell of a show, 2-night show. If y'all missed it, please go check it out. Now, we are going to move pace, ladies and gentlemen, to IZW Crossfire's recent show that passed, and it was between the Venom Club, Kaiva Frost, and Britt Graves versus Angel Bryant and Amaya Bryant, the Faces of Fear. Both teams very impressive, and all four ladies very athletically gifted and brutal. And in the end, it was Venom Club walking out victorious. Damian Briggs, the champion, walked in against John Robb for the Death Pit Championship. And that was an underground matchup. And it was a war between the two brawling brutes. And in the end, it was John Robb walking out victorious. Next up was a triple threat between Harnage Legba, John Wigginton, and Damian Graves, newly acquired to the Last Right. And all three men had a great chance of taking the win, but in the end, it was John Wigginton walking out victorious. It was a tornado tag next between KD and Combat Genius, a dominant team here in IZW that have faced some of the best teams around and have even held the tag gold a time or two. They took on George and Rick King, the two men of royalty themselves. And in the end, it was the Kings walking out victorious. I guarantee where the Kings go, gold will follow, and I can't wait. And I guarantee that they'll be holding gold here eventually, here in IZW. Welcome, Enrique. Welcome, sir. I look forward to when we do have you on here. Please look forward to that, ladies and gentlemen. Either Thursday or Friday is when it shall go down. I am very honored to interview him. He will be another guest for the Dark City Cinema, and my first guest that is an aspiring actor. And if you have never checked out his stuff on YouTube, please do so. In Moment Studios. And he had his first feature film appear not too long ago, and that's not where it's going to stop. It's called Aces. I'm very excited to see what happens next for him and where he shall go in his career. You have our support, sir. The Shadowed City supports you. Yes, welcome to the Shadowed City. Exactly, man, I am too. I hope everybody is as well. And next up was a Falls Count Anywhere. Andre Robinson representing the Venom Club versus Big Lou of the Wolfpack. And those men, they were both battered and beaten by the end of it. But in the end, it was Andre walking out victorious. Next up was a 5-way elimination matchup. And that was between Rip the Clown, member of the Venom Club, Corey Bishop of Club Elite, Derek Cesario, who is known for his tag and singles division work, and the man is a monstrous force. OG Dragon Blade, a vicious, ruthless competitor, and Mr. Travell Daniel, the cunning, conniving, sneaky, and dastardly one. And in the end, it was Travell Daniel walking away victorious. And who knows, that could get him a future shot at something in the future. We have seen him in the tag scene. Maybe it's time that he maybe goes for singles gold. That remains to be seen. Next up, for the Crossfire International Championship between Rusty Steele and the champion Jack Graves in a 2 out of 3 falls matchup. And I guarantee this will not be the last time we see these two face off. We will see them face off in the near future, guaranteed. And Jack Graves walked away victorious with that one in a brutal fashion. Rusty Steel did not go down without a fight, though. Next up, a 5 Tables of Death. Riley the Ripper, Lady of the Shadows, representing Violence Incarnate, took on Becca Edwards, also representing Violence Incarnate, Tiffany Colt, LaShawn S., and Akira Frost. And all ladies had a great chance of taking it, but in the end, it was Riley walking away victorious and with the win. And she will have a matchup on the next show of IZW, which should be coming up tomorrow, which I shall be going over tonight as well. Next up, to cap off the night, it was a 8 superstar battle royal. And it was between Primetime JoJo, Aiden Williams, Lewis West, Alpha Wolf, Rob Anderson, Gage Payton, Nomad, and Julius Toltz. And all 8 competitors went in there with one goal in mind to win. And it was not easy for any of them to get eliminated, as they all put up a hell of a showing in a fight. But in the end, it was the dog, Rob Anderson, walking away victorious. And who knows where that will take him after that one. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, this will be the upcoming show for IZW. Riley the Ripper, Lady of the Shadows versus the badass Britt Graves. Riley and Britt have teamed up many times before. They are the TXT Women's Tag Team Champions in TXT. But here in IZW, they have no problem facing, and they have no problem facing anywhere at any time. They have numerous respect for each other, but they also love to inflict blood and pain as much as they like to endure it. And they shall be facing off, and I'm very curious to see who will walk away with that one in such a brutal matchup between the two ladies that know each other very well. Deathcore Championship Fatal 4-Way Elimination, as the champion Eddie Walker will face Nomad, Harnich Legba, and John Wigginton in a Fatal 4-Way. I guarantee that it will be a ruthless one, and it will not be easy to call anybody who will take out that win. I'm telling ya, it's going to be brutal, it's going to be bloody. No doubt about it. That Deathcore Championship has been held by many, and who knows, it very well could switch hands once again. Next up, for the Crossfire Women's Championship, it will be Angel Bryant versus Kyba Frost versus Rose Wilson. All 3 ladies deserve this shot, and they are going to put up a show for the world to see, and one of them is walking out the Crossfire Women's Championship. Women's Champion. Welcome, Amber Sif. Happy to have you here. Welcome to the Shadowed City. And Leo Blade just announced it that his State of the Union will be dropping in 5 minutes. So if you guys haven't seen his State of the Union before, please go check it out. Don't think you all want to miss it. It's been some time since we've seen a State of the Union by Mr. Blade himself, and I'm excited to see what he'll have to say and what he'll do. Good stuff. Hey man, I look forward to it as well. It's such an honor that you're giving me the time out of your day to even do so. I look forward to it, and I guarantee everybody else will as well. And yes, talk soon. Two out of three, Primetime JoJo versus Ghost Edwards. Ghost Edwards representing the last right, Primetime JoJo doing his own thing. Call him the resident Flash of E-Feds. I'm very excited to see those two face off. Welcome, Mr. Mighty. Welcome, Mr. Logan Slater as well. You guys just missed it. I went over the crossover between RCL, IWA, and SPW. But anybody is welcome to come on. If they have any thoughts, we can go back to it. Yes, I did announce that. Mr. Mighty. If anybody wants to go check out the State of the Union, please go do so. Being dropped by Leo Blade. Welcome, Mr. Torkel. Good to see you, sir. Good to see everybody. Good to be back. But JoJo and Ghost Edwards, I guarantee, will put on a banger of a show. I'm excited to see it, and I'm excited to see where ICW will go from here going forward. Next up will be for the Crossfire Tag Team Championships, and it will be a TLC match. Healing up every day, brother. Healing up every day. I gotta take it easy as I can, so I am kind of going at a good pace so I don't overstress myself. That's the last thing we want. I don't want to end back up where I was. Yeah, I know, Mr. Slater. You're in FB jail. You've been canceled. Venom Club. Andre Robinson and Johnny Superkicks will face the Wolfpack, Big Lou and AJ Woods, and Rick and George King that won that victorious triple threat matchup on the last episode of ICW. I'm excited to see which one of these three teams will walk out, climb that ladder, and take the tag gold. Next up, 2 out of 3 Extreme Rules. KD, King Dominator, will take on Alexander Colt. Hell yeah, brother. Tell Leo Blade I'm supporting with him, and I shall watch it after this, most guaranteed. And I am excited to see what Katie and Alexander Colt will do when they face off. But I did go over the crossover from yesterday. 2-night event was insane from start to finish. IZW Death Pit Championship, defended by the champion John Robb. He will face Damian Briggs, Craig Mack, Red Mane, Khan, and Rusty Steele in a 6-man Hell in a Cell for the Death Pit Championship. It looks like the Death Pit title will be either defended under Underground rules or Hell in a Cell rules. And I think that is a great way going forward, and I can't wait to see what happens with the title going forward. Universal Championship Triple Threat Elimination, everybody, will cap off the night. Buster Anderson will take on Corey Bishop and Insidious. Stay tuned for that tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. Brought to you by Jack motherfucking Graves himself. We know what the Graves family is about. We got a few more things to go over here, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, I apologize. I'm going at a certain pace here. But don't worry. I'll keep y'all in tune with the action. Next up, I think it's only fitting we go over XPWF. It was Travis Turner versus the Pitbull Marshall Graves in an underground matchup. with Pitbull Marshall Graves walking away victorious. Next up was for the XPWF Hardcore Championship. The Unholy Sicko took on Madman Strange. And all these matches were brutal from start to finish. If you've never checked out XPWF, please go do so. Unholy Sicko walked away victorious and with the belt. XPWF Hardcore Championship. Marilyn Goddess Hale took on Jaden Matrix. And Marilyn Goddess Hale walked away victorious in that one. Next up was for the XPWF Gucci Divas Championship. And it was between Persephone. Hey, no worries. You guys do what you need to, man. Freaking, I am not gonna hold y'all to it. Like I said, go support Leo Blade. Go support the State of the Union. You don't need to ask me permission. You guys do what you need to, man. Freaking, I support the State of the Union. I'm happy y'all are here. And I'm happy that y'all are having fun. Tell Leo Blade I send my love and support. Welcome. Welcome, Mother. It's good to see you. And Persephone took on Shay Flames. Shay Flames retained in a steel cage. And that was a brutal battle. Like I said, XPWF produces great content. If you've never checked out their stuff, please go check them out, ladies and gentlemen. Very good stuff. Next up was a mixed gender tag match between the Club Elite versus TD. Oh, you'd never be stepping on my toes, brother. Never. There's nobody stepping on nobody's toes. Like I said, go support State of Union. I support it too. I have nothing but love and respect for y'all. For the XPWF Light Heavyweight Champion... Oh, sorry. The Club Elite won that mixed tag match if I did not make that clear. I'm sorry. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Ooh. This beer is really hot. Yeah, you already know that nobody... If you guys are supporting something, I want you guys to support who you want to support. And there's nothing but peace, love, and chicken grease here. I would never get mad at anybody for not watching. Freaking. You guys do what you need to, okay? Welcome, Kala? Is it Kala or Kayla? Welcome. And it was between Red October, Alexa Banks, Gabrielle Salas, Stacy, Becca, and Dynamite Daisy in a huge Elimination Chamber matchup. And walking out victorious was Dynamite Daisy. It could have gone either way, but Miss Daisy showing her will and thrill to win. I've seen her work in TXT. Okay, now I know. It's good to have you. Next up, X-Rated Championship between the Inner Cyclone versus Jackson Wright, the champion, with Inner Cyclone becoming the champion and walking away victorious. Next up, David Pope versus Big Time. David Pope walked out victorious. Pamela Platinum versus May Platinum. Ooh, the Platinum's battling. With May Platinum walking away victorious. Next up, for the XPWF Undisputed National Champion, it was the XPWF Undisputed National Champion, Damian Briggs versus Dimebag Dan with special referee O. And it was a war, and in the end, Mr. Briggs walked out victorious. XPWF World Tag Team Championships. The champion Nova Penny Graves and Lady Scarlet took on the new PMS. And in the end, Nova Graves and Lady Scarlet walked out retaining their gold in a brutal, vicious fashion. And if you've never checked out XPWF, like I said, ladies and gentlemen, please go check it out. And please go check out the State of the Union by Leo Blade. You don't want to miss that. It's been some time since there's been a State of the Union, and I'm very excited to see what he has to say. I'm definitely going to go check it out after this. Welcome, Mr. Darrell of Hostility. Welcome, sir. It's good to have you. And speaking of new beginnings and new things to come, SPW, the new season will begin. And to kick us off that night will be a death match between the Scorn, who we saw at the crossover, versus the Faces of Death. And I'm very excited to see where that will go and who will win. Now this one I'm also looking forward to. Mike Skyros versus Adrian Knight. Jessica Bates versus Kira Riot. For the SPW World Tag Team Championships, the champions, the Pillars, will defend against the team that also debuted at the crossover, Hustle and Money. But let me tell you, there's only 2 members of Hustle and Money. There are many others. And next, this one's going to be bloody. Guaranteed, ladies and gentlemen, this one's going to be bloody. Anything Goes, John Wayne Murdoch versus Tommy Trainwreck. Whew! If you've never checked out their work, go do so. A junkyard death match between Otis Kogar and Dmitry Alexandrov. Gosh, this card just keeps on getting more insane. And this is what's going to cap off the night. The champion Logan Slater will defend his SPW Mayhem Championship against Lil Sicko. That will be incredible to see. And there have been a few announcements regarding the tournament that is coming up, the Theater of Blood tournament. Lou Nixon and John Wayne Murdoch are 2 that shall be in the tournament. The other 11 are yet to be announced, so stay tuned for that. Now we have 2 more shows to go over, TXT and All-Star Pro. Next, so this was a 2-night event for All-Star Pro Wrestling, and it was epic from both nights, start to finish. You missed them, go check them out. Unsanctioned Championship Underground matchup was between Dominic Jason and Tyler Nelson. And that was a brutal way to kick off the show. Both men had a chance of getting the gold. But in the end, Dominic Jason showing why he is the champion and that he's ready for any and all challengers. But Mr. Nelson put put up a great showing and did not go down without a fight. For the All-Star Pro Tag Team Championships, the Blackheart Collective, Baby Bone Crusher, and Miss D, the champions, with Reagan Anderson as a trio, versus Bailey Nelson and Akira Tanaka in a Extreme Rules, with the Blackheart Collective walking away victorious. Next up was a All-Star Jam Gauntlet between 8 superstars: Hydra, Kabuki Dragon, Travell Daniel, Reese the Destroyer, Corey Bishop, Turtle Harrington, AJ Albright, and Ronin Reaper. All 8 competitors walked in, and 1 walked out, but every man walked in with a goal to win, and they all did not go down fighting. They all went down fighting, and it was no easy task. Ronin Reaper walked away victorious. All-Star Pro tagged... Oh, I already said that, ladies and gentlemen. I apologize. No Holds Barred, Drag On, took on Adrian Danger. Both men had a score to settle with one another, and yet they did. But who knows, this may just be another chapter in their saga of many to come. And in the end, Dragon walked away victorious. It was for the All-Star Pro Fight Night Women's Championship next, between FMJ versus the champion, Angel Bryant. Both ladies very impressive. Angel Bryant walking away, retaining her championship. All-Star Pro World Tag Team Championships, Terrible Locos, Terrible Tito, and Larry Loco versus Ace Thompson and Sam Ralstone, with Ace and Sam walking away victorious. And I'm very interested to see who will step up to those 2 men and if the Terrible Locos will cash in for a rematch. All-Star Pro Grand Prix Championship, my apologies, between Bishop Blaze and Shan Leon. With Shan Leon walking out victorious and with the championship. Next up, Apex Championship, ladies and gentlemen. Reagan Anderson versus Sandra. And Reagan Anderson is already holding another belt. She walked out with 2 at the end of the night. Technically 3 because she's also of the tag champions. Damn. Very impressive for Reagan. Good on her. All-Star Pro World Heavyweight Championship to main event the night. The champion Lil Devil defended against J-Rock, and J-Rock became the new champion. And for All-Star Pro Legacy 2, Night 2. All-Star Pro Hardcore Championship between J Monster and the champion, Adam Matthews, with J Monster walking away as the new champion. All-Star Jam Gauntlet. Whitney Winters, Sylvia Knight, Emma Rose, Taryn Williams, Selena Blaze, Nina Schmidt, Dirty Diana, and Crazy Amy. It's good to see you, sir. How is everything going at the State of the Union? I'm going to go check it out after this one, guaranteed. And Crazy Amy walked out victorious. And next up was a 3-way dance triple threat matchup for the All-Star Pro Cruiserweight Championship, as the champion, Larry Loco, representing Terrible Locos, took on Mr. Rob Life, and he definitely robs people of their lives, I'm telling you. Kando Dragon, all 3 very impressive competitors. Oh. Well, I have something to look forward to. I did say the State of the Union is special, and every time we have one, it is special, and it has been some time since we have seen one. I'm excited to see it back, and hopefully we see another one again in the near future. And all three men put up an impressive effort. All three men high-flying and death-defying. And in the end, the new champion, Rob Life, robbed everybody of that championship in an Extreme Rules matchup. And guaranteed, Mr. Larry is looking to get that title back. Welcome! Welcome, Megan! Hope you are well. Next up, Chicago street fight between two men that have had matches with each other in many of places and have a long, storied history with one another. And I am talking about the Dog, Rob Anderson, and Sean Smith. If you missed that clash or the clash leading up to it or the promo package before it, it was incredible. And we got to see the Dog walk away victorious in that one and another chapter, and there are many sagas, I guarantee, that are to come as well. As I've already stated, they have faced many a times before, and this was just another chapter. All-Star Pro World Television Championship between the Playboy Nagasaki versus Buster Anderson. And these men have had words with each other before in the past, and they have battled in other places, whether it be in tag, singles, or multi-man. And in the end, Nagasaki walked out the champion. Will that be the last time those two face? I don't think so. All-Star Pro Fight Night Championship between Big Lou versus the champion, Jimmy Kane. With Jimmy Kane retaining the title in victorious fashion, and Big Lou we all know to be no easy task, but Jimmy found a way to take out the biggest and baddest man in the E-Fed world. All-Star Pro Classic Tag Team Championships. Damian Briggs and Basham took on the House of Fear? House of Fear? If I am pronouncing that wrong, please let me know. And the champions definitely came out swinging for the fences, but Briggs and Basham coming together, a ruthless team. And by the way, this is Jindrak Basham. I want to make that clear. Jindrak Basham. Okay. And we have new champions in Briggs and Jindrak Basham, and I am very excited to see where they shall go. All-Star Pro Women's Championship. Callie Rage versus Amaya Bryant versus the champion Britt Graves. All three ladies went to war. Absolute war. And in the end, Callie Rage walked out the new champion. Welcome, my sister. Welcome, Natalie. Good to see you. All-Star Pro International Championship. It was between 3M versus Cold Steel in a no-holds-barred matchup for the International Championship, and 3M became the new champion, but I don't think this is where it's going to end there for those two. Getting there, my sister, getting there. Gotta take it easy for 4 to 6 months, and I promise I'm not going to push myself this time. I'm going to take it easy. And to cap off the night, it was for the All-Star Pro Classic Heavyweight Championship as Sam Chaos, the challenger, walked in against the champion Jack motherfucking Graves, with Sam Chaos walking away victorious and the new champion. And I know Jack, whenever he gets the gold, usually finds his way back to it. And who knows, we'll be seeing him very soon face off with Sam once more. I love you, my sister. Good to have you here. Gonna keep pushing through, gonna keep fighting. Never give up. 2 shows left on this that we are going to go over, ladies and gentlemen, and that is for TXT 10 by 10. On Season 1, Episode 12 of Intake, there was a few qualifying matches throughout the night, which led up to the show Locked In, a TXT pay-per-view that passed on the 27th. Welcome, Sean Smith. We were just talking about you, sir, and the dog. I know that you've had... Hey, I thought it was very impressive. You both put up a war. All-Star Pro knows how to put on good shows, and you two added another chapter to your saga. I was happy to see it, sir. And we hope to have you on again soon. And I hope you are well. It was between... The winner of this matchup went on to go join the Elimination Chamber at Locked In. Big Lou, CJ Frost, Damian Briggs, Evil Johnny, Jay Prince, Jin Fujimoto, Kang, Primetime Jojo, Shinjo, Terrible Tito, Andre Robinson, Dominic Jason, David Pope, Insidious, John Robb, John Wigginton, Pat G, Sadistic Joker, Showtime Shad, and Wes Grimm. All men had a chance of taking it, and I think either way would have been great. But in the end, it was Pat G walking away victorious. Pat G, a very talented competitor. Fatal 4-way was between Jocelyn, Artemis, Angel Bryant, and Kaiva Frost. And in the end, it was Jocelyn walking away victorious. A fatal 4-way between El Padrino, Savage Vega, Jay Smoke, Cold Steel, and the Problem One. Jay Smoke walking away victorious. And Jay Smoke runs a company called ASW. If you've never checked out that, please go check it out. Fatal 4-way. Haley Ramone versus Lico Lyons, Dynamite Daisy, and Scarlett, with Lico walking out victorious. Fatal 4-way between Jackson Wright versus Shockwave versus Grim Lord versus Crazy Joker, with Grim Lord walking away victorious and coming back with a vengeance after his suspension. Next up was a Royal Rumble. Matriarch Dawn, Callie Rage, Dirty Diana, Emma Rose, Kay Owens, Nikita Sakamoto, Pamela Platinum, Rose Wilson, Sylvia Knight, Taylor Griffin, Britt Graves, Cherry Bomb, Emily Wright, Haku, Miss D, Nixada, Riley, Raven Grimm, Taryn Williams, and Callie Red. And Pamela Platinum walked away with the win. And to cap off the night, it was the Gladiator champion Eddie Walker defending against a man that challenged him, Madman Strange, in a casket match. And Eddie has defended against any and all challengers, and Madman Strange is a man with his first time he's experiencing what he was like, and it was a war between the two. And I can't wait until the next time these two face off, and Eddie Walker retained the championship. And then he would go on at Locked In to go join one of his brothers, Insidious, in the tag match for the tag titles at Locked In, which we are about to get to, and this will be the last show I talk about tonight, ladies and gentlemen. And also, stay tuned for the interview I have this week with one of my old friends, an aspiring actor, Enrique Solis. If you want to go check out his movie on his page, In Moment Studios, it's called Aces. There's a quick movie clip, and, well, it's a quick short movie, but guaranteed there's going to be more for him in the future, guaranteed. And there's also a trailer. It was for the TXT Queen of the Land Championship in a elimination chamber. Whoa! Welcome, Leo Blade. I heard you just went off in the State of the Union, sir. I am very glad, and I can't wait to see it. I'm glad you were able to do one after so long. I was telling the people to go check you out in support. I love the State of the Unions when they happen, and I can't wait until you do the next one. Reagan Anderson? Big Fran? Well, yeah. Do you wanna come on or you want me to do it like this? I would assume that you're talking about regarding what happened at All American Massacre, but like I said, either way, I'm gonna go watch it still. But if you'd like to come on, sir. Oh. Wow. Well, you're welcome to come on. It's not popping up with your name to invite. Do you mind sending me an invite, sir? And let's see if we can invite you that way. Woo. Is it for me or Leo? Mr. Torkel? Ooh. Where was I? Reagan Anderson. Big Fran. Jocelyn. Ooh. Pamela Platinum. Phoenix Platinum. And Lico Lyons. Start live and... We can do that most definitely, sir. Think that might be easier? Most definitely. Let me finish up this, okay? And I'll definitely join you over there, okay? Whew. It would be an honor. And in the end, Lico Lyons walked out with the Queen of the Land Championship, which was defended by Big Fran. Next up, TXT World Tag Team Championships Hell in a Cell Triple Threat. Blood Island took on the Last Rite and the Titans brutal fashion. And any team had a great chance of taking it. That match went on for so long. Like I said, if you missed TXT, ladies and gentlemen, go check them out. What will you do to Ari Hale now that he is employed by Leo Blade? Question for Leo. Oh. I would imagine that be up to Leo Blade. I would assume. Ain't my choice. And Blood Island walked out the new champions that night. Next up was a fatal four-way steel cage. Sylvia Knight, Nikita Sakamoto, Miss Scarlet, and Caitlin Evans, with Nikita Sakamoto walking away victorious. TXT Title of the Gods, Hell in a Cell, the champion Corey Bishop took on Buster Anderson, the Problem One, and Shockwave in a 2 out of 3, with Shockwave becoming the new champion. Whew. TXT from start to finish was insane. Athletes are impressive. All these shows are impressive. If you missed any of them, please go check them out, ladies and gentlemen. And like I said, go check out the State of the Union by Mr. Leo Blade, which I shall be doing a very special interview, what it sounds like, with him, and it is an honor. TXT Apex Predator Championship between Nova Penny Graves, the champion, versus Amaya Bryant in a 2 out of 3 matchup. 2 out of 3 falls, to be exact. With Amaya Bryant walking out the new champion. TXT Women's World Tag Team Championships also was on the line in a triple threat Hell in a Cell. Violence Incarnate, Riley and Britt Graves versus The House, Haley Ramone and Dawn versus the Blackheart Collective, BBC, Baby Bone Crusher, and LaShawn S. Oh, was brutal, was chaotic, was all around the freaking ring, was madness. Violence Incarnate becoming the new champions, and it sounds like they already have some challengers lined up, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm excited to see how that will go. TXT Triple Crown Championship. The champion Todd Wilson defended against Inkslinger. And Todd, the villain, retained. But this will not be the last time these two face, I guarantee it. Next up was an Elimination Chamber for the Heritage and Honor Championship, as the champion AJ Woods defended against Pat G, Rob Anderson, Adrian Danger, Jay Smoke, and Grim Lord. With AJ Woods retaining the championship, was no easy task. All 6 men put up a war. Go check it out, ladies and gentlemen. War Games was next. I would do it louder, but I can't overexert myself. Venom Club took on The House. Dimebag Dan got his team together, and Jack Graves got his team together. But in the end, The House walked out victorious. And to cap off the night, ladies and gentlemen, of Locked In, it was champion versus champion, Lakeisha Wilson versus the HBIC Nisha, with the HBIC Nisha retaining the gold. And because she was already a champion going in, remember, this was champion versus champion. So she became a double champion. She not only retained, but she became a new champion. Congrats to her. What a way to cap off the night. Locked In was amazing. Welcome, best friend, Lizzie. It's good to see ya. Much love to ya. And ladies and gentlemen, that is all I have at this time. It was good to be back. And I'm happy to be back. And please join me as I will be joining Mr. Leo Blade on his live. It is such an honor. Yeah. Hope everybody has a great day. Good night. Good morning. Good evening. Good afternoon. Wherever y'all may be. And peace out.